Alright, so Kyla, so today we basically are going to be speaking about friendship and when is it okay for us to let someone walk. Hi, how's it going? Greetings, North America, South America, Asia, Australia, Africa, Europe, Antarctica, and of course, the entire Caribbean diaspora. Welcome to another episode of the Ashani Thomas and Varnish Veracity YouTube session. It is a privilege and honor for the continued support that I have been receiving around the globe from the mass. I am super elated. There is no word that is known to man that can explain the feeling that I feel each week when I come to you to speak my unvarnished veracity. You know, this week I want to continue by pivoting off the podcast that I did on Monday as it relates to friendship. When is it we are to be at a place that we say it is okay to let people go, and how do we identify the red flags when we know that it is time to let an individual walk out of our journey, or for us to walk out of an individual journey, because this relationship or partnership, it is not fruitful anymore. We're not learning from each other. And is it selfish to walk, or is it courage, or is it self-fullness to walk out of someone's journey experience once you are at a point where you are reflecting, and the reflection distow pain, regret, and hurt? Those are the feelings that manifest when you think of this particular person, be your friend, your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, aunt, nephew, nieces. When is it the right time to walk out of someone's experience? Now, before I move on, I want to introduce someone because they will be joining me in this session. So we have with us today my sister. I know you all met her once on one of our YouTube sessions, and her name is Kyla. So Kyla.
Hi.
Alright, so Kyla, so today we basically are going to be speaking about friendship and when is it okay for us to let someone walk out of our experiences. Or have you ever had toxic relationship where you had to unfriend someone, block this person from your experience? What was the feeling like? Or was it painful? Was it a joyful experience? Or was it that of one where you were able to feel a sense of relief, like sigh, I'm so happy this is over? How has your blissful experience been as it relates to friendship?
I haven't have any what I should say, negative friends around me. Like, all my friends have a positive vibes, all my friends are jovial, all my friends are just fun, you know? They haven't been around me with their negative thoughts, their negative comments.
Friendship.
Yes.
Oh, that is good. That is wonderful. You know, that is good that being that you are a millennial and you are growing, you know, you have to understand too that it is important for you to identify red flags, because many a time, you know, Kyla, we see red flags but we ignore the red flags because we think that we need this particular persons in our journey. And yes, every relationship that we have experienced or we have undergone had served us. Whether it being serve us negatively or positively is a relationship that serves us because we learn something from every experience or every soul that we have encountered. I think that the universe, I call the powerful, omnipotent, ubiquitous energy, I call it God. And I think that he serves us in such a phenomenal way where every experience, every emotion, every thought that we have undergone, it is for our own growth and development. And not only that, it is important for us to also, as I said the other day, to develop our communication skill. It is vital, beautiful souls from near and far, to develop your communication skill, because we have to understand that when we open our mouth, we are telling the world who we are when we open our mouth. So, Kyla, have you ever been in a situation where people like look down on you or doubting your own grit, doubting your own sagacity, which is your own intelligence, where you have to stand up and fight and stand up in yourself, and you feel like you had to prove yourself in such a way that it felt not good, but felt like something that you had to do?
I haven't been in such an experience because you see, me growing up or in high school, everybody like always see me as everybody see me as the competitive one. They always want to run competition with me.
So basically, you're the star girl in a nutshell, then, basically, as it relates to your own experience thus far in this realm of existence that we're currently existing in. So you are the one where the go-to person for ideas, for innovative thoughts or insight or perspective as it relates to any project that you have undergone thus far. That is good, that is wonderful. It's wonderful that you're at a place, and as you are growing and developing your own communication skill, there is still work to be done, and there is even still work to be done for me too, because we grow as we go along. I know that this is a really stiff and tough conversation. It is one that is painful because many people shy away from this conversation because they don't want to have these tough conversation, especially us millennials. Not my little sister, the Gen Z. Gen Z is like about, oh, it's fun, and we too are also about the fun. But when we do a certain level of reflection and we're at a certain place as it relates to growth on our journey, we have to make sure that we have these tough conversations, And I hope this is a learning experience for your own self too, as well, as it relates to not letting people define who you are for you. Have you when I said that, said not letting people define who you are, what do you think I'm referring to?
Like don't let people pave the way for you. Like you have your desire, anything that you want to anything that you aspire to become in the future, just be you, be yourself, go for it, and don't let someone tell that, no, you don't fit that career, you're too this, you're too that. Just be you, do you.
That is right. Don't let people define who you are for you, because it's a trap. Many a time, like for example, Kyla, you ever been in a situation where persons are like, okay then, Kyla is not going to do that, so they go ahead and do stuff that is not reflection of who you think you are, but that is what they think you are, Like they just do something and they're assuming it won't offend you, and then it turns out offending you because they met a version of your personality before and they think that that's all that is there to the person, to yourself. Remember, that at the end of the day, all of us are figuring out who we are, and we're learning stuff about us as we go along. We're learning stuff about what we think we are, what we like, what we don't dislike. Like how I saw the other day, one of my friends did a video on her Facebook page by the name of Latrice Segre, where she made mention that we have to give people room to grow, and we have to give people the room to change their insight or their perspective and stuff, because as you grow and then you are exposed to more information, you realize that certain aspect of your personality, it doesn't serve you anymore, so you put it down. And when you put it down, if the people that are around you are able to see the change and recognize it and accept it and say that, oh wow, Kyla has changed in correlation to her insight on this. It is okay, because as you evolve, you are going to change. I see it with my own self, with my own experience. Stuff that I used to put up with, I realize that I cannot put up with it anymore because it's not serving who I am. You know, viewpoints that I used to have on certain stuff too. You know, Kyla, I realize that I my views has evolved in numerous stuff. You know, and many a time when people want to question your integrity and stuff like that because your views or your perspective may have evolved, it is called situation, circumstances, experiences, and making a continuous effort to constantly grow, to constantly improve self. You know, so that is okay. It's okay to change. It's okay to grow. You can't expect people going to be the same all the days of their life. So that is just our one take as it relates to change and how people evolve. To change up the conversation a bit and just go into a little bit more different stuff as it relates to Black History Month. You know, it is Black History Month, and I know that there is a reflection as we evolve, and now I'm going to change up stuff a bit, and as we head into the Black History Month, there is numerous changes that are going on right now, and many people are doing reflection in correlation to where they want to go, especially here in Jamaica as it relates to our government. You're right. I saw Olivia Babsy Green, which is a prominent leader in the Jamaica Labour Party, and she is a politician, and finally they are looking like they are going on board as it relates to reparation for the stain, the degradation, the disenfranchisement that slavery has caused in the Black community. And they're saying that the pain, the hurt, the psychological trauma, the physical, emotional trauma that the Black race has had to undergone, especially throughout the transportation of the slave chain that they call it, what was the name of it, Kyla? The triangular trade, you know, and they are speaking about it because my sister, she more divulged into those kind of stuff as it relates to the whole history, you know. And they're saying that yes, there need to be reparation for slavery because you can see the disparity in the wealth gap as it relates to Black people around the globe, not only in the America that is currently undergoing a really huge paradigm shift where it's like a band-aid has been ripped off, and the scar and the hurt and the pain that the band-aid was hiding for so many years, like everything is just in your face, and some aspect of America don't want to deal with it like the white, like a fraction of white America don't want to deal with it. But then you have a next fraction of white America that are saying that, listen, we need to address the pain, the hurt, and the disenfranchisement of the Black people in our country, for us to move forward as the United States of America. And you will see that because that is happening in the America now, you see it's happening in various areas around the world, whereas like the other Black people around the globe have decided that, hey, listen, let's have this tough conversation. Even us, Jamaica, a state in the Caribbean, they are probably saying that, okay, maybe we need to have this conversation too, or with England, you know, because England was the last country, I think, that enslaved this country, Jamaica, yeah? Yeah, the British, they were the last one that enslaved Jamaica. And you see that this disenfranchisement in the island as it relates to numerous persons. I know that some persons are there, but the majority of the population is still poor. It's a poor country, even though there is advancement going on, there is still poor. But one thing I want to say though, the Rastafarian community has been lobbying for years for reparation of slavery, but the fear of the Jamaican government and the hypocrisy that was there, but I think it's shifting now where people are saying, okay, then let's face the truth and move forward. Let's rip the band-aid off of everything. Let's speak the truth. Let's go forward with the truth, because if you don't speak the truth, you can't heal. It has to be the same like yourself when you're doing self-reflection. You have to speak the truth to move forward, you know, because remember, all of us here, white, Black, Asian, Latino, all of us here are here in this realm of dimension, and we have to come together as one, I believe, for us to move forward. But we have to come together as one truthfully. We have to come together with our unvarnished veracity in order for us to move forward. And I believe this wholeheartedly, that we authentically have to come together as one in order for us to move forward. And we must start making the collective effort
in all of our circle to have these tough conversations, because these conversations are very tough and uncomfortable. We all know it, you know. But I think that we have to have them because we all want to have a fair and just experience here in this realm of dimension that we're currently existing in. So I call on all of my brothers and sisters to show up and have these tough conversations as hard as they are. And remember, be kind one more time. Tell someone you love them one more time. Show appreciation and show gratitude for where you're at in this realm of dimension. And always stay safe, stay blessed. And of course, I really appreciate my little sister for joining us today. And always remember, when the intention to quit is at its closest, success is at its nearest. Hence, it's our responsibility to stand firm, trust in God, and never give up. Thank you.